Hi, it's James here from Totally Wild UK, and today we're going to be looking at mushroom spore flowcharts. It sounds a bit weird, but this is the thing that people do when you go out with foragers and they pick up a mushroom and they turn it around in their hands, rip it in half, give it a smell, stuff like that. These are the things that they're doing, whether they're doing it consciously or unconsciously. What we're going to look at is the cogs of how they identify, and we've called it a mushroom spore flowchart. So we're going to take a look at the Lactarius mushrooms, or the milk caps, the milk producing mushrooms. I'm going to do it through the spore flowchart. So we'd start by looking at some of the general mushroom features, and we'd say it's a cap with a stem and it has true gills. So we turn the mushroom upside down, we say, does it have gill-like ridges like the folds in a raisin, or does it have true gills? And then we'd say true gills. So we get down to this one and we'd be looking for a spore colour. Now, quite nicely with this one, you can pop the mushroom on top of a piece of paper like this and see what colour spores it will drop. More often than not for these, it will drop white to cream spores. So we go to the next page, page 22. So the first question we ask is, does it have a central stem? Does the stem come out of the centre of the cap? Not bang on the centre, but close enough. If it's not central, it'll be really out the side. So we're going to say, yes, it does have a central stem. So does it have intermediate gills? So these are gills that run in between gills. So you have the stem and you have the cap around the centre of the stem. And quite often you have gills that run from the stem all the way to the edge of the cap. But quite often you also have gills that come up halfway up the cap and run to the edge. So they don't connect from the stem to the edge of the cap. They go halfway up the cap to the edge of the cap. You can see it quite nice in this picture here. So for this one, we're going to say yes. And then the next question is milk produced when it's damaged? And has it got a chunky stem? So if we break the cap, you can see on this picture here, it's quite small. When we break the cap, is there any sort of like milk produced out of it? Sometimes it's quite pale, sometimes it's a vibrant white colour, sometimes it's like blood red and bright orange. So if we answer yes, there is milk coming out of the cap, we've gone straight to the Lactarius, the milk caps, and there's a fantastic number of edibles within the milk caps. It does have a little note here that some mycenas do produce milk, quite often from the stem, some do from the cap, so worth checking out the mycenas too. But yeah, Lactarius mushrooms, I think 5 or 6 steps to get down to Lactarius through this flowchart.